In this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step foolproof method on surviving a party on your own, even if you don't know anybody in that party. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Win. I used to struggle looking at people in the eye 10 years ago, and now I dance with strangers every single week. So what do you do if you get invited into a party by a good friend of yours, and then that friend either dips or they got sick or they just couldn't make it to the party? Then what do? So the path of least resistance is to actually not go to the party. But that's a cop-out move, and if you do that, I will lose so much respect for you because you're depriving yourself of a potential opportunity to improve your social skills and face your fears in crowded spaces. Let's say you don't like parties. Okay? I don't like a lot of parties. I can count on the number of one hand I have been invited to parties in my entire high school years, okay? With just one hand. So I don't like parties myself. I used to be a severely socially anxious introvert. So now I'll tell you exactly what I did to not be out of place. So the first thing I want you to do on your phone is to either disable the weather app. Okay, you gotta promise me one thing. Never ever look at the weather app at the party. Not even a single peek. You are not allowed to look at the weather app. You're not allowed to look at calculator. You're not allowed to scroll on your phone, okay? Promise me these three things. It's a lot easy to just not talk to anybody, to just be on your phone and scroll because you're scared to talk to people. It's very easy to do that and it's very comfortable, but trust me, you're not gonna learn anything from it. And what's the bloody point? You can just scroll, you can just doom scroll at your home anyway, okay? Here, you actually get the chance to conquer your fears and build confidence, build self-belief in yourself that it is okay. You belong in that party and you belong in the social group, and that in the future, you're going to have no trouble going to any party whatsoever, even if you don't know anybody. As soon as you get to the party, I want you to go grab a drink. It can be a juice, it can be water, okay? Screw alcohol. Why drink alcohol when you can just drink water? Or orange juice, whatsoever. Anyhow, any drink, doesn't matter. Grab a drink. When you have a glass of water, or when you have a drink in your hand, it's a lot harder to pick up your phone and scroll, okay? It's a lot harder to pick up your phone and go onto the weather app or calculator app, or even social media for that matter. Grab a glass, and it makes it a lot easier to start conversations as well. And then you want to start scanning around the room and look for either people on their own or look for two people. Three or more, you can approach and butt into the conversations, but it just makes it a bit harder because three people usually means they already have their own little clique formed, and unless you know them, and it's just harder to break into the conversation and have a good time. Don't get me wrong, if you do want to break into groups of 3, 4, 5, by all means, go right ahead. More power to you, okay? If you do want to do that, I have no problems with it. But if you are just scared of talking to a random stranger, you want to find one person staying alone on their own, or you want to find two people. 1 to 2 people is a good benchmark to approach to. And then with the drink in your hand, you want to go there and you want to start a conversation that has to do with either the party or who they know, or even the drink. For example, you can say something like, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. Do you know anybody here? Or hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. I've been invited by blah, blah, blah. And how about you? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say. It matters how you say it, how you approach it. Whatever you do not go on your phone and look at the weather app or calculator, even if you feel very out of place. Because, my man, you need to grow, and to grow, you need to do uncomfortable things, okay? Struggling means growth. Growth means success. And if you just go and look at your phone when you're so scared of talking to people, you're not going to grow. You're never ever going to overcome severe social anxiety this way. So you want to find a person, or you want to find 2 people to talk to. You can start a conversation about anything, okay? I'll eventually make a video on common conversation starter topics or common conversation starter lines that you can just copy and paste in real life just to start out with. And eventually, the more you do it, you'll be able to come up with your own repertoire. You'll be able to come up with your own set of lines that you can use. to spark a conversation, spark interesting topics, no matter where you are. Anyhow, going back to my point, find 1 or 2 people, talk about who they know, so your mutual friends, okay, who invited them to the party, who invited you to the party, and then you can talk about the drink, okay, you can talk about anything, you can talk about, okay, this tastes a little bit sour, is it the same for you too? Just an example. The next tip I can give you is to not get too self-conscious. Being too self-conscious, being constantly thinking about, how does my hair look, how do my clothes look, or I'm stuttering when I speak, the more you're inside your head, the more it's going to create a vicious self-defeating cycle. And the more you're going to fumble, the more you're going to jumble your words, the more you're going to come out as awkward because you're too inside your head. What you want to do is divert your attention outwards towards other people. Start noticing what other people are doing, what other people are wearing. You can compliment people on the fashion, on the clothes. You can compliment them. Hey, nice watch. Hey, that's a nice dress. Hey, nice shirt, bro. Anything. Try to not stay in your head too much. And you want to focus your attention outwards, not inwards. And the more you do that, the more you're going to feel at flow, the more you're going to experience that feeling where you truly belong at that place. And you're not constantly in the fight or flight mode. The third tip I can give you is no matter how tough things get, I beg you, please, 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 do not stay in the corner of a room with a drink in one hand, going onto the weather app. I totally get it. I understand. Parties suck for introverted people. But the fact of the matter is, here's something I want to tell you. I want to let you know. This world is unfortunately run by extroverts. How do I know that? Just look at politicians, look at people who rule the world, look at politicians, look at CEOs, directors. 90% of them, right, they're either extroverted or they have extroverted traits or they are person, okay? You cannot influence a group of people on your own if you're socially introverted and if you're really shy. Unless you're a once-in-a-dime CEO who is just so talented in an area, but even then, these people have co-founders, okay, or friends that can speak up for them. But anyhow, my point is, the more you go through life, the more you realize that you have to attend pointless parties anyway. So might as well use them as good opportunities to either improve your social skills, overcome your fears, or I don't know, if you want to network. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. You need to go through these periods in your life. You need to keep doing the things you hate, keep doing the things that scare you in order to get to where you want to be in the future, okay? So do not stand alone in a corner. You know the meme I'm talking about? It's like, oh, they don't know that X is happening. And then the people are like, yes, we know X is happening, but the absurdity of life is so much so that we don't care. We just want to have a good time. You want to be like the people that are dancing, that are having fun, okay? You don't want to get too self-conscious and stay in the corner of the room. That is no way to enjoy a party, and that is no way to go through life in general. And the fourth and final tip I can give you is, if you like someone, or if you finally started a conversation and you have connected to that person or a few people, don't forget to ask them for the contact. If you want to follow up, you can make friends that way. I've made a lot of friends through that method, where I wouldn't know anybody at a party, and then I would strike up conversations with random people, and we'll still remain contacted even to this day. So who knows, you might even get a lifelong friend or two, okay? Ask them for their social media profiles, accounts, and then you can then make plans with them in the future. Now, go and do something that scares you today.